Perks of being a wallflower, May 21st, 1992. Dear friend, the school year is just about over. We have another month or so to go, but the seniors, like my sister and Sam and Patrick, only have a couple of weeks. Then they have prom and graduation, and they are all busy making plans. Mary Elizabeth has taken her new boyfriend, Peter. My sister is taking Eric. Patrick is going with Ellis, and Craig agreed to go with Sam this time. They have even rented a limo and everything. Not my sister, though. She's going in her new boyfriend's car, which is a Buick. Will's been very sentimental lately because he can feel his first year of teaching coming to an end. At least that's what he said to me. He was planning on moving to New York and writing plays, but he told me that he doesn't really think he wants to anymore. He really likes teaching kids English and thinks maybe he can take over the drama department too next year. I guess he's been thinking about this a lot because he hadn't given me a new book to read since The Stranger. He did ask me to watch a lot of movies, though, and write an essay about what I thought of all those movies. The movies were The Graduate, Harold and Maude, My Life as a Dog, which has subtitles, Dead Poets Society, and a movie called The Unbelievable Truth, which was very hard to find. I watched all the movies in one day. It was quite great. The essay I wrote was very similar to the past few essays I wrote because everything Bill tells me to read or see are similar, except the time he had me read Naked Lunch. Incidentally, he told me he had given me that book because he had just broken up with his girlfriend and was feeling philosophical. I guess that's why he was sad that afternoon when we talked about On the Road. He apologized for letting his personal life affect his teaching, and I accepted because I didn't know what else to do. It's strange to think about your teachers as being people, even when they're Bill. I guess he has since made up with his girlfriend. They're living together now. At least that's what he said. So in school, Bill gave me my final book to read for the year. It's called The Fountainhead, and it's very long. When he gave me the book, Bill said, "Be skeptical about this one. It's a great book, but try to be a filter, not a sponge." Sometimes I think Bill forgets that I'm 16, but I'm very happy that he does. I haven't started reading it because I'm very behind in my other classes because I spent so much time with Patrick. But if I can catch up, I will end my first year with straight A's, which makes me very happy. I almost didn't get an A in math, but then Mr. Carlo told me to stop asking why all the time and just follow the formulas. So I did. Now I get perfect scores on all my tests. I just wish I knew what the formulas did. I honestly have no idea. I was just thinking that I wrote to you first because I was afraid about starting high school. Today I feel good, so that's kind of funny. By the way, Patrick stopped drinking that night he saw Brad in the park. I guess he's feeling better. He just wants to graduate and go to college now. I saw Brad in detention the Monday after I saw him at the park, and he looked just like he always looks. Love always, Charlie. May 27th, 1992. Dear friend, I've been reading The Fountainhead for the past few days, and it's an excellent book. I read on the back cover that the author was born in Russia and came to America when she was young. She barely spoke English, but she wanted to be a great writer. I thought that was very admirable, so I sat down and tried to write a story. Ian MacArthur is a wonderful, sweet fellow who wears glasses and peers out of them with delight. That was the first sentence. The problem was that I just couldn't think of the next one. After cleaning my room 3 times, I decided to leave Ian alone for a while because I was starting to get mad at him. I've had a lot of time to write and read and think about things this past week because everyone is busy with prom and graduation and schedules. Next Friday is their last day of school, and then prom is on Tuesday, which I thought was strange because I thought it would be on a weekend. But Sam told me that every school can't have their prom on the same night, or else there wouldn't be enough tuxedos and restaurants to go around. I said it felt very well planned, and then Sunday is their graduation. It all feels very exciting. I wish it were happening to me. I wonder what it will be like when I leave this place. The fact that I will have to have a roommate and buy shampoo. I thought how great it would be to go to my senior prom 3 years from now with Sam. I hope it's on a Friday. And I hope I will be a valedictorian at graduation. I wonder what my speech would be. And if Bill would help me with it if he didn't go to New York and write plays. Or maybe he would even if he was in New York writing plays. I think that'd be especially nice of him. I don't know. The Fountainhead is a very good book. I hope I am being a filter. Love always, Charlie. June 2nd, 1992. Dear friend, did you have a senior prank? I'm guessing you probably did because my sister said it's a tradition at a lot of schools. This year, the prank was as follows. Some seniors filled the swimming pool with about 6,000 packages of grape Kool Aid. I have no idea who thinks of these things or why, except that the senior prank is supposed to signify the end of school. What this has to do with the grape pool is beyond me, but I was very happy not to have gym. It's actually been a very exciting time because we've all been busy finishing up the year. This Friday is the last day of school for all my friends and my sister. They've been talking about their prom nonstop. Even the people that think it's a joke, like Mary Elizabeth, can't stop talking about what a joke it is. It's all very fun to witness. So by this time, everyone has finally figured out which schools he or she is going to next year. Patrick is going to the University of Washington because he wants to be near the music there. He says he thinks he wants to work for a record company someday, maybe be a publicist or a person who finds new bands. Sam finally made her decision to leave early for the summer program at the college of her choice. I love that expression, college of my choice. Safety school is another favorite. Thing was that Sam got into two schools, the college of her choice and a safety school. She could have started at the safety school in the fall, but in order to go to the college of her choice, she had to do the special summer program just like my brother. That's right. The school is Penn State, which is so great because now I can visit my brother and Sam with one trip. I don't want to think about Sam leaving just yet, but I did wonder what would happen if she and my brother even started dating, which is stupid because they are nothing alike and Sam is in love with Craig. I have to stop doing this. My sister is going to a small liberal arts college back east called Sarah Lawrence. She almost didn't get to go because it costs a lot of money, but then she got an academic scholarship through the Rotary Club or Moose Lodge or something like that, which I thought was very generous of them. My sister is going to be second in her class. I thought she might have been valedictorian, but she got a B when she was going through that tough time with her old boyfriend. Mary Elizabeth is going to Berkeley, and Alice is going to study movies at New York University. I never even knew she liked movies, but I guess she does. She calls them films. Incidentally, I finished The Fountainhead. It was a really great experience. It's strange to describe reading a book as a really great experience, but that's kind of how it felt. It was a different book from the others because it wasn't about being a kid, and it wasn't like The Stranger or Naked Lunch, even though I think it was philosophical in a way. But it wasn't like you had to really search for the philosophy. It was pretty straightforward, I thought. And the great part is that I took what the author wrote about and put it in terms of my own life. Maybe that's what being a filter means. I'm not sure. There was this one part where the main character, who is this architect, is sitting on a boat with his best friend, who is a newspaper tycoon. And the newspaper tycoon says that the architect is a very cold man. The architect replies that if the boat were sinking and there was only room in the lifeboat for one person, he would gladly give up his life for the newspaper tycoon. And then he says something like this: I would die for you, but I won't live for you. Something like that. I think the idea is that every person has to live for his or her own life and then make the choice to share it with other people. Maybe that is what makes people participate. I'm not really certain because I don't know if I would mind living for Sam for a while. Then again, she wouldn't want me to. So maybe it's a lot friendlier than all that. I hope so anyway. I told my psychiatrist about the book and Bill and about Sam and Patrick and all their colleges, but he just keeps asking me questions about when I was younger. The thing is, I feel that I'm just repeating the same memories to him. I don't know. He says it's important. I guess we'll have to see. I would write a little more today, but I have to learn my math formulas for the final on Thursday. Wish me luck. Love always, Charlie. June 5th, 1992. Dear friend, I wanted to tell you about us running. There was this beautiful sunset, and there was this hill, the hill up to the 18th green where Patrick and I spit wine from laughing. And just a few hours before, Sam and Patrick and everyone I love and know had their last day of high school ever. and I was happy because they were happy. My sister even let me hug her in the hallway. Congratulations was the word of the day. So Sam and Patrick and I went to the big boy and smoked cigarettes. Then we went walking, waiting for it to be time to go to Rocky Horror. And we were talking about things that seemed important at the time, and we were looking up that hill. And then Patrick started running after the sunset, and Sam immediately followed him. And I saw them in silhouette, running after the sun. Then I started running, and everything was as good as it could be. That night, Patrick decided to play Frankenfurter one last time. He was so happy to put on the costume, and everyone was happy he decided to do it. It was quite moving, actually. He gave the best show I ever saw him give. Maybe I was biased, but I don't care. It was the show I'll always remember, especially his last song. The song is called I'm Going Home. In the movie, Tim Curry, who plays the character, cries during that song, but Patrick was smiling, and it felt just right. I even persuaded my sister to come to the show with her boyfriend. I've been trying to get her to come since I started going, but she never would. But this time she did. And since she and her boyfriend never saw the show before, they were technically virgins, which meant they would have to do all these embarrassing things before the show started to get initiated. I decided not to tell my sister this, and she and her boyfriend had to go on stage and try to dance the time warp. Whoever lost the dance contest had to pretend he or she was having sex with a large stuffed Gumby doll. So I quickly showed my sister and her boyfriend how to dance the time warp so they wouldn't lose the contest. It was fun watching my sister dance the time warp on stage, but I don't think I could have handled her pretending to have sex with a large stuffed Gumby. I asked my sister if she wanted to come to Craig's for the party afterward, but she said that one of her friends was having a party. So she was going to that. That was okay with me because at least she came to the show. And before she left, she hugged me again, two in one day. I really do love my sister, especially when she's nice. The party at Craig's was great. Craig and Peter bought champagne to congratulate all the people who were graduating, and we danced. And we talked. And I saw Mary Elizabeth kissing Peter and looking happy. And I saw Sam kissing Craig and looking happy. And I saw Patrick and Alice not even care that they weren't kissing anybody because they were too excited talking about their futures. So I just sat there with the bottle of champagne near the CD player and I changed the songs to fit the mood of what I saw. I was lucky too because Craig has an excellent collection. When people looked a little tired, I played something fun. When they looked like they wanted to talk, I played something soft. It was a great way to sit alone at a party and still feel a part of things. After the party, everyone thanked me because they said it was the perfect music. Craig said I should be a DJ to make money while I was still in school, just like he does modeling. I thought that was a good idea. Maybe I could save up a lot of money so I would be able to go to college, even if something like the Rotary Club or Moose Lodge didn't come through. My brother said recently on the phone that if he makes it to the pros, I don't have to worry about my college money at all. He said he'd take care of it. I can't wait to see my brother. He's coming home for my sister's graduation, which is so nice. Love always, Charlie.